Associate Professor ดร.สมหมายผิวสะอาดค่ะ President of RMUTT to give a opening remark เรียนเชิญค่ะอาจารย์
Good morning, good morning, Michael and Carolina from the Embassy of Czech Republic. Good morning to everybody, to Vice President and all of delegates and also teachers and students of RMUTT. So RMUTT and the University of in Czech Republic, we have a long collaboration together. Especially myself, I also doing research with professors in Technical University of Liberec. And last 2 months, we have just published a paper together in Q1. It's quite an excellent paper that we have done research together between our UTT and the university in Czech Republic. And also our students have internship, and also we also invite students from Czech Republic to Rajamangala University of Technology, Tanjavuri. And this is a very good collaboration with academic collaboration and also research collaboration that we have done together. And many events that we have organized in our UTT, the delegates from the Embassy of Czech Republic also join our events together. And today is very good opportunity for our students and also our staff to listen to the lecture from Michael and from Carolina about the research, about the academic and cultural exchange that we will progress together between our two countries. So I would like to express my sincere thanks to Michael and Carolina to visit RMUTT today, and thank you for everybody to join the event today. Thank you.
Okay, for the next one, please have a group photo together for our remember like nice memory together. อาจารย์เชิญค่ะ ให้เป็นท่านอาจารย์ก่อนนะคะ แล้วเดี๋ยวนักศึกษาเดี๋ยวรอรอบต่อไปนะคะเรียนเชิญท่านอาจารย์ค่ะถึงข่าวถึงข่าวเราแล้วค่ะเด็กๆเดี๋ยวถ่ายกลับไปนะคะเดี๋ยวฉันนับให้เนาะโอเค let's count โอเคค่ะ let's count นะคะโอเคค่ะโอเค we will split half and half like okay let's count okay for the next session let's start by giving a big hand to our special speaker Mr. Michael Sivida, he will give a topic on embracing global perspective.
Sawadee krap, everybody. Thank you very much. Dear Mr. President, dear colleagues, we are deeply honored and humbled to be here, to be able to speak to you today. Thank you very much, and we'll be always available at our embassy to come here and to talk to you. At the beginning, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Michael. I work at the Embassy of the Czech Republic in Bangkok for almost 3 years now, for more than 3 years now. And I really love it here because the people here are so nice. And Thailand is such a very, very beautiful country. So at the beginning, let me a little bit correct what Kunari said. It's not going to be 1 hour lecture and then discussion. It's going to be much shorter because we do not want to get you bored to death by long speeches. we would love to have a discussion with you and talk about what you are interested in. Okay. So right now I will briefly introduce the Czech Republic. I will tell you about why it is important to go to study abroad, to learn about new countries, to meet new people. And then our main attraction comes, which is Carolina, who will tell you her own experience from studying abroad in Finland. So before introducing the Czech Republic, I would like to share with you my own experience. So I started to study a very, very long time ago, in the olden days, as some say. It's almost 30 years ago when I started to study at the Faculty of Law in the Czech Republic. And at that time, I was pretty stupid and I didn't realize how important it was to go abroad and to study abroad and to exercise language and to learn new cultures. So I would like you not to repeat my mistakes, because during my studies, I've never studied abroad and I regret it until this day. Okay. So please do not do the same mistake as I did and do it as is rightly written here. Okay. So the Czech Republic, very short introduction. And I believe many of you will go to the Czech Republic either to study or to visit. So just a couple of words about it. Next slide, please. Yeah, we share the same colors with Thailand. So Czech Republic is roughly, okay, great, thanks. Roughly 7 times smaller, both in terms of area and the population, than Thailand. You know, sometimes when we talk to Thai officials and to Thai government officials, they say, oh, Thailand is a small country. We cannot do anything just by ourselves. We have to, follow the flow. We have to do whatever the big countries expect from us. But Thailand is not a small country. Thailand is bigger than UK or France. Okay. So first lesson, I would like you to learn that Thailand is a very important country. It's the second biggest economy in ASEAN. It's very, very important. So don't think Thailand is not important. It is very, very important. Unlike us, because we are 7 times smaller than Thailand. So unlike Thailand, we are a republic. We have a president. We are very proud of our president because our former presidents were not that good. Our current president is good. He's a former army general. He's former chairman of a military committee of NATO, and he's very experienced. He's even been to several military missions abroad in the Balkans, and he got to a real combat situation. So he's really experienced, and he's also good looking. Okay. So these are the symbols of the Czech Republic. So this is our flag. We share the same colors as Thailand. And the other symbols, they're kind of stem of heraldic of our history. So the lion goes for the Bohemian, the western part of the Czech Republic, and the 2 eagles go for the eastern part of the Czech Republic, which is Moravia and Silesia, and I will talk about it a little bit later. So these are just the basic facts. We do not use euro yet. We use our own currency, which is called Czech crown, and it again stems from our royal history. We had a king in the Czech Republic, not in the Czech Republic, in the Czech Kingdom, but we abolished the monarchy in 1918 when Czechoslovakia came to being, which was kind of former country of Czech Republic and Slovakia. Our capital is Prague, but not just Prague. Prague is very famous for historical sites. There are many tourists coming to Prague, but this is not the only nice city and not only nice place in the Czech Republic to see. Your university has an intensive and long cooperation with the University of Liberec, which is a very nice city of itself, but we have also nice cities elsewhere. So Czech Republic is a member of different organizations. We can talk about this later. So this is how the Czech Republic looks. The Liberec region is up here in the north. There's a Prague is here, and Brno is here. So Czech Republic consists basically of two regions. So over here, the western part is called Bohemia, and the eastern part it's Moravia, and up here it's Silesia. It kind of stems from the historical division of the kingdom of the Czech kingdom. But basically, the biggest difference between these two regions is what people drink. Okay, so in Bohemia, people mostly drink beer, and they're very good at it. And we are first in the world in terms of beer consumption per capita, and also our beer is probably the best in the world, and it's also the cheapest. There's still some cases when you can in a restaurant you can order beer and it's cheaper than if you order water. Okay. And the western part of the Czech Republic, the people drink mostly wine because we have a lot of vineyards, especially in the southern part, and we have a very good wine. So this is the biggest difference. Something about the economy. We are very open economy. We are dependent on the export. So like over 90% of what is produced in the Czech Republic is exported. 70% of our export goes to the EU. We are heavily dependent on EU. We share the common market with the EU. We are part of the EU. Without the EU, we will be much poorer. And it's kind of the same arrangement as you have with ASEAN. ASEAN is also like big common market. We are the most industrial country in the EU. Our industry forms about 40% of our GDP, and agriculture is only just an 88%. So this is roughly, the industry is distributed very evenly across the Czech Republic. In our history, we were before becoming an independent country in 1918, we were part of Austro-Hungarian monarchy, and we were the most industrial part of the monarchy. And when we became an independent country in 1918, we inherited about 1/3 of the whole industry of the whole monarchy, which was like 60 million people. And one fun fact is that we invented the word robot, which is used universally right now, and it comes from a theater play written by a Czech author, Karel Čapek. So this is something about the foreign policy. I know you are not focused mainly on the foreign policy, but I come from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I work at the embassy, so just very briefly, our security is based on our membership in NATO and EU. These are the two principal organizations that form the framework of our security. Without NATO and EU, we would probably be part of broader Russian Empire. So our main interest is to maintain broad and strong transatlantic link with the US, because US, as the situation stands now, is the main guarantor of the security of Europe. It's a little bit unfortunate situation, and we can touch it during the discussion if you're interested in this, but that's how it is now. We obviously, our foreign policy, just as the Thai foreign policy, focuses on economy and trade promotion, which we try to do also here in Thailand. We also focus on promotion, respect for human rights and democracy worldwide. And we have some development cooperation activities, and because we know that our impact is not that big, so we have some identified 6 countries as a priority countries for our development cooperation. One of them is Cambodia, from this region. We can also discuss it later if you're interested in it. So these are just some examples of some nice historical sites you can see around the Czech Republic. We have the highest density of medieval castles in whole Europe. compared to our territory. And we have a lot of tourists coming to the Czech Republic every year to look not only at Prague but at other cities and other historical sites. So that's about the Czech Republic. We can discuss it later, as I said. Maybe to facilitate a little bit discussion, I can talk about what I have experienced so far. I've been working for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for more than 20 years now. And maybe I compensate a little bit what I missed during my studies. So when I was studying, I was not studying abroad. I was just staying in the Czech Republic. But deep in my heart, there was always a wish to travel and to live abroad. So that's why I applied for a job at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And my dream became true because since then, I've been traveling. I spent the most of the 20 years at the ministry I spent abroad. So I started as a young diplomat, as an intern in Vienna at our permanent mission to the UN and OSCE, which is Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. It was just a 4 months internship, but then I went to NATO, to Brussels, to work at our permanent delegation to NATO, and I spent almost 5 years working in NATO, which was really interesting for me because I was sitting around the round table and we were discussing various issues, and my word had the same validity as the American or French and British because there's a rule of consensus. So a decision is not adopted until everybody agrees with that. So it was really interesting for me as a first regular posting. I enjoyed it a lot. But it was not the end. It was just the beginning, because then I went to Afghanistan, to Kabul, and I was working for the NATO mission in Afghanistan, which was called International Security Assistance Force, ISAF shortly. And I worked there for 1 year, and I truly experienced the international environment. I was working in so-called SCR office, which stands for Senior Civilian Representative of NATO, who was the civilian counterpart of the commander of the whole operation. And it was again very, very interesting for me because we were flying helicopters to provinces, discussing with governors, development projects, and so on. Very interesting. We can touch it at the discussion if you're interested in it as well. And then I went to Washington, D.C. I worked at our embassy in Washington, D.C. in America for almost 5 years. It was again very, very interesting because Washington is the center of the world in terms of security policy. At that time, when I arrived there, it was 2014, and the war in Ukraine started then by occupation of Crimea. And it was really interesting for me. It was like back at the university again, because I attended many so-called think tanks, which are like non-governmental organizations that deal with different foreign policy questions and security questions. And almost every year there was something very interesting to attend to. And finally, I'm here, and I can tell you, Thailand is really deep in my heart, and is the best posting I've ever had. If you maybe for you Thailand is not that attractive because it's your home country, it's something like that. Czech Republic is for me, but be sure that Thailand is really, really beautiful country. The sites you can see, the historical sites, the temples, so many places to visit, like nice beaches. For example, our country has no sea, and the nearest sea is like 8 hours drive by car. So we really appreciate it. A lot of Czech tourists come to Thailand every year, and the numbers are increasing steadily. Thai people are so much nicer than European people. Thai people always smile. They're always polite. So it's like a paradise here for me. And also, and every time I go back to the Czech Republic for vacations, I'm kind of stunned how people are like not smiling, and then they're not that polite. And so I always look forward to come back to Thailand because people are so much nicer here. And finally, Thai food is so much better than our own food. So I've been for 3 years and I became a real lover of Thailand. And next year I'm supposed to go back home, and I'm really sad to leave. So I want to enjoy the last year I have here in Thailand. So I would like to, and one of our intentions at our embassy is to reach out to universities in Thailand and to reach out to the young people and to talk about the advantages that traveling gives to you, that learning about new cultures gives to you, and that learning about what's happening in other parts of the world gives to you. So finally, let me touch about one issue that is really important for us, and it might not be, or might seem to be not that important for Thailand, but it's actually important for everybody. That's the war in Ukraine. Okay, so the war in Ukraine started basically in 2014, when Russia invaded Crimea and occupied Crimea and parts of the eastern Ukraine called Donbas. But the real hot war started in 2022, in February, when Russia invaded the whole country. And basically what Russia did at that time was they broke all the international norms, all the international rules there are. They broke the UN Charter, and they basically attempted to occupy the whole country or grab part of the country by force, which is prohibited under international law. And when I talk to Thai officials, they always say, yes, we support international law, we support the UN Charter, but in this conflict, we are neutral. And so there's maybe one question for our discussion. I do not understand how you can be neutral in a conflict where clearly one side is breaking all the international rules, is killing civilians, is breaking its own international commitments, and one country is a victim that suffers and that loses people and civilians, and their infrastructure, their civilian infrastructure is being destroyed just because of ambitions of one dictator. So that's a really important topic, and we try every time we meet with the Thai government, we do not forget to mention this, because if we allow Russia to win in Ukraine, it's a precedent for the whole world. It's a precedent that will say a stronger country can attack a weaker country, can grab its territory, and it's okay. And if Russia succeeds in Ukraine, it will have repercussions all around the world, including this region. China might draw a lesson. Also, it's fine if we attack Taiwan. It's fine if we attack, maybe other countries, if we grab their territory, because Russia did that and they succeeded. So why shouldn't we do it? It's an example for not only China, but for other countries like North Korea. They might draw a conclusion. Okay, we can try another war against South Korea. Or Venezuela. Venezuela already threatened its neighbor with an invasion. Iran, and there are other countries that can follow this example. So it's one of the priorities of our foreign policy to make sure that Russia does not succeed in Ukraine. Because if Russia succeeds, there will be more wars all around the globe, more suffering and more dead people. So I'll leave it at this. Please ask questions, because this is an opportunity for you to discuss with people you don't meet every day. So you can ask us whatever you're interested in. It doesn't need to be concern the Czech Republic or international policy or whatever. If you're interested in whatever we could be helpful with, you can ask us. And now let me pass the floor to Carolina. Thank you.
Yeah. Please have a great applause, please. Okay, so I will give a little bit summary for our student and then move to the next session. Yeah. โอเคเดี๋ยวอาจารย์สรุปให้ก็คืออย่าซ้ำตัวมีข้อผิดพลาดของเขานะคะอันนี้เป็นโอกาสอันดีเลยเนาะที่วันนี้เราได้ลองมาเปิดอีกหนึ่ง opportunity เนาะอีกหนึ่งประเทศที่ มหาลัยของเรามีความร่วมมือก็คือทางเช็กรีพับลิกนะคะซึ่งส่วนใหญ่นะที่เราจะไปนะมหาลัยก็จะชื่อ Technical University of Belgrade น้อยมีศิษย์เก่ามาเป็นอาจารย์ของเราด้วยอาจารย์อ้อค่ะอยู่ตรงไหนเนาะริเวอร์เลดอยู่ตรงไหนนะคะก็เดี๋ยวอาจารย์บอกเมืองหลวงก่อนนะคะเราเนี่ยเวลาเราลงเครื่องบินเนาะเราก็จะลงที่ปรากนะคะไม่มาปรากนะคะตรงนี้มันดูสินะนี่ตรงนี้นะคะตรงนี้ปรากเนาะริเวอร์เลดอยู่ตรงไหนริเวอร์เลดก็คือนี่ขึ้นไปทางเหนือนะสำหรับคนที่ชอบหิมะนะคะดีมากนะคะสกีไปเลยนะคะตรงนี้นะคะโอเคไหมเนาะสำหรับใครสายรักธรรมชาตินะคะแนะนำอย่างยิ่งเนาะแต่ว่าก็จะมีเมืองอื่นๆนะคะอีกอันนึงที่เราอาจจะคุ้นเนาะเรียนแล้วนะตามป้ายเราเลย work hard pay harder นะคะเรียนแล้วทำไมต้องเที่ยวได้ด้วยรูปยูเนสโกเลยค่ะอีกรูปหนึ่งค่ะที่เป็นที่เที่ยวค่ะไปอีกค่ะโอเค work hard pay harder นะคะก็จะมีใครชอบแนวประวัติศาสตร์นะคะเล่นเกมมาเยอะเนาะเนี่ยแหละเราได้เจอของจริงเนาะโอเคไหมอีกที่หนึ่งที่ใกล้ๆนะก็คือเชสกี้คุมลอฟนะก็สวยเหมือนกันนะคะอันนี้เราอาจจะเริ่มได้อินสปายเนาะในนิทานดิสนีย์เนาะก็จะมาเนี่ยอินสปายมาจากตรงนี้นะอีกประเทศหนึ่งที่ใกล้ตัวริเบเรตนะคือเยอรมันขอบเขาติดกันเลยเนาะเราก็สามารถไปฝึกงานหนึ่งประเทศแต่ว่าไปเที่ยว2ประเทศได้เนาะฝึกงานแค่ประเทศเดียวแต่เที่ยว2ประเทศได้เนาะเพราะเขาจะติดกันนะคะก็นั่งบัสไปไม่กี่ชั่วโมงนะคะก็เป็นประสบการณ์อันดีได้ทั้ง work hard และ pay harder นะคะอีกอันนึงที่คุณ Michael mention เนาะก็เราเนี่ยอาจจะมาจากสาย science นะคะแล้วก็เป็น business ใช่ไหมคะในนี้ทีนี้เราสามารถที่จะต่อได้นะเขาก็จะพูดเรื่อง politics นิดนึงเนาะตอนนี้สถานการณ์ก็พวกยูเครนเนาะเราก็อาจจะเป็นท็อปิกที่วันนี้เราอาจจะไปนำไปเขาเรียกอะไรนำไปค้นหาเพิ่มเติมได้นะว่ามันจะกระทบยังไงกับเราเนาะ geopolitics ยังไงนะคะโอเคอันนี้คือเซสชันแรกนะคะเป็นทั่วไปกับเช็คเนาะแล้วตอนนี้เรามีความสัมพันธ์ยังไงนะคะใครมีคำถามเก็บไว้ก่อนได้นะเดี๋ยวตอนท้ายชั่วโมงนะคะเดี๋ยวเราถามกันนะถ้าไม่มั่นใจภาษาอังกฤษถามภาษาไทยได้เดี๋ยวอาจารย์แปลให้นะคะโอเคค่ะงั้นเพื่อให้เป็นการเสียเวลาเนาะเราไปต่อเลยนะคะโอเคค่ะ Okay, let's move for the next session ค่ะ so I would like to invite our special speaker again. So I would like to invite Miss Carolina Sugares. Please give her a big applause, please. Yeah, please introduce yourself, please. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Carolina Sukova, and for start, I'm very grateful that I can speak to you today about my own experience with the student mobility. So, thank you for that. And so as we mentioned before, today I will be talking about my own experience with the international journey, specifically from Finland to near Thailand, Bangkok. So something about me. I am still a student at the Mendel University in Brno, in Czech Republic. I am 21 years old, and now I am in my second year of my bachelor program. So my field of study in Czech Republic is international territorial studies, which means its focus is on global development and also international relations. Here you can see my university, my faculty, which is located in the center of Brno. Our university also offers like a lot of programs for international students. So if you are interested, you can look it up at our website and you can seek all of the information there. And so now, about my first student mobility experience, which was this year, from the beginning of February until the end of May, which was Erasmus Plus program in Finland. I decided to go to Finland because it's something completely different from the Czech Republic. It's like a Nordic country with a lot of colder weather than we have, with a lot of snow, and the lifestyle should be like the quality of life should be higher there than in Czech Republic. So that was the main reason why I decided to go there. And so yeah, I chose like a mid-sized city in Finland. Its name was Seinäjoki. It's located in the middle to west in Finland. And I chose University of Applied Sciences, and my program that I chose was international business at the Faculty of Business Administration. So it was something that was like completing my studies at Czech Republic because I had like a course of international business, so I wanted to know more. That's why I chose this sport. So here you can see the university. It was like a really nice modern building with over 5,000 students. Here you can see the inside and also the surrounding of the university, which here was my faculty of international business. Yeah. So, and now I am here in Bangkok doing my internship, which is like, for my studies, internship at embassy is like the best thing you can do for yourself. So I am very happy to be here. And yeah, my internship started this year at the beginning of August, and I will be here for 3 more weeks. And here you can see our embassy. Yeah. So how the internship shaped me, as you can see, I gained hands-on experience in diplomacy and international relations. I also improved my ability to adapt quickly to new challenges in a fast-paced international setting. And also, I'm still trying to enhance my communication, as you can see here. And then I also built valuable connections with professionals in the field of international relations. And also, I am trying to apply academic knowledge from my school, from Czech Republic, to real-world projects with meaningful impact. And also, I think the fun thing about the internship here is that I can attend events where I can meet a lot of important and interesting people that can benefit me in a lot of ways. So, and for the end of my short presentation, it's why go abroad. In today's world, where cultures and economies are more connected than ever, I think it's crucial for us as students to step outside our comfort zones and experience life abroad. Well, my time in Finland and Bangkok showed me that studying or working in a foreign country isn't just about the academics or career growth itself. It's also about learning how to see the world through different eyes, which I think is the most important thing. And then also, you can develop skills that go beyond textbooks, which is like adaptability, resilience, and also understanding. Yeah. And now more than ever, these experiences help us build bridges between cultures and foster collaboration and prepare us for an interconnected future. Yeah, so also here is like a short video of my journey of my Erasmus studies. The presentation was with just a short point, so then at the discussion you can ask me questions about more of my personal experience that I am happy to tell you about. And yeah, I hope the video will work. It's just my personal photos of the beginning of the Erasmus, Erasmus exchange until the end. Yeah, and so the reason why I showed you this video is that the exchange studies is not just about studying. As you could see, you can make new friends. It's like a lifetime opportunity. You can visit also countries around the country that you are going to as an exchange student. As you could see, I was in Finland, but I also visited Estonia, Tallinn, and then also Sweden, Stockholm. So yeah. Thank you for your attention, and I will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. Yeah, for this presentation, it is like informative information for us. Thank you for the time for give us a presentation. So, do you want some little bit summary? All right. เดี๋ยวจะสรุปให้นิดนึงเนาะวิกิเซกชันก็คือคุณสวยเนี่ยชื่อคาโรไลนาเนาะก็คือเป็น Erasmus student นะคะก็คือเขาเนี่ยไปฝึกงานในทุน Erasmus ที่ประเทศอะไรฟินแลนด์เนาะฟินแลนด์ก็คือเหนือเช็คว่าหนาวแล้วใช่ไหมฟิ ฟินแลนด์หนาวกว่าเนาะกลุ่มประเทศเนี้ยเขาจะเรียกว่านอร์ดิกนะคะเป็นนอร์ดิกเป็นสแกนดิเนเวียนเนาะก็คือใกล้เส้นศูนย์สูงมากที่เราเห็นในวิดีโอเขาเนาะหิมะปริมาณมากนะคะอันนี้เขาก็ไปฝึกงานเนาะเหมือนกันเลยฝึกงาน1ประเทศแต่เที่ยวได้หลายประเทศนะคะทีนี้ข้อสำคัญของการที่เราไปฝึกงานต่างประเทศเนี่ยคืออะไรเนาะวิกิทางคาโรไลนาเขาก็ point out เนาะประมาณ3ประเด็นหลักประเด็นแรกเลยก็คือ hands on เนาะอันนี้เป็นคีย์เวิร์ดของมหาลัยเราเลยเนาะถูกไหมเราเนี่ยเป็นวิศวกรหรือบัณฑิตนักปฏิบัติด้วยใช่ไหมคะและ hands on เนาะเราสามารถ apply ในของที่เราเรียนมาเนี่ยไปในสนามไปในโจทย์ชีวิตจริงได้นะคะpoint ที่2คืออะไร point ที่2ก็คือ build strong connection เนาะคุณไปต่างประเทศเนี่ยคุณก็จะมีเขาเรียกว่าอะไรรู้จักคนที่ไม่ใช่แค่เพื่อนเราอ่ะนึกออกไหมบางทีไปฝึกงานกับเพื่อนเราเนี่ยก็อยู่กันอย่างเงี้ยนึกออก2คนอะไรเงี้ยมันก็คอมฟอร์ตโซนดีเนาะแต่ว่าบางทีเราลองไปแบบ beyond limit ของเราดูนะคะอันนี้คือข้อดีของการเราไปฝึกงานในต่างประเทศนะแล้วก็จะช่วยในเราเรื่อง communication การสื่อสารด้วยบางทีเราแบบเก่งมากเนาะแต่บางทีเราสื่อสารไม่ได้เงี้ยนึกออกไหมคะช่วงการไปฝึกงานเนี่ยก็จะช่วย build หรือว่าพัฒนาตัวเราในเรื่องการสื่อสารการ apply จากสิ่งที่เราเรียนไปสู่เขาเรียกว่าอะไรความเป็นจริงในชีวิตจริงนะคะแล้วสุดท้ายเลยนี่สำคัญมากเลยเนาะrelationship ค่ะก็คือเราเนี่ยจะสามารถสร้างเพื่อนใหม่ๆได้นะเวลาเราเดินทางเนี่ยบางทีเราก็อาจจะเจอเพื่อนที่ทำงานเพื่อนที่ทำงานหรือเพื่อนระหว่างเดินทางเนาะก็แลกเปลี่ยนเขาเรียกว่าอะไรความสนใจประสบการณ์เนาะได้นะมันก็เป็นโอกาสของเรานะอันนี้เป็น3 point หลักนะคะที่เราจะได้จากเวลาที่เราออกไปจากคอมฟอร์ตโซนเราหรือว่าไปฝึกงานต่างประเทศนะคะคราวนี้ถึงเซสชั่นคำถามและใครมีคำถามไหมคะเดี๋ยวอาจารย์เดินไม้ให้ถามภาษาอังกฤษด้วยเดี๋ยวอาจารย์เดินไม้ให้
So it's a Q&A session. All of you can ask in Thai. Also, we have translated. And also, if you have, because they send us message, can I ask the question after your talk? And say yes. You have to prepare yourself. Okay, please ask your question.
Hello, Michael and Caroline. Nice to meet you. If I would arrive to work out which month, so I have two plans.
One more time, slowly, please.
If would like to work which month, so I have two plans.
If you would like to work or visit, check which month you have to go. This is the best season to go, right?
Thank you very much for the question. Before I answer it, let me point out one important difference between maybe our cultures. Okay, so in Thailand, the teachers are really like hierarchically much higher than students, and sometimes the students are afraid to ask questions or have a sincere discussion. It doesn't apply to me. Okay, I'm one of you. I'm your friend. So please handle me as your friend, and you can ask me whatever you want to. So about the seasons in the Czech Republic, as you might know, we have 4 seasons in the Czech Republic: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So it depends really on you which one would you prefer. So for example, our winters are very, very cold compared to Thailand. Okay, the average temperatures during our winter are around 0 degrees. Okay. We often have snow, especially in the north, in Liberec. That's almost every winter there's snow. So if you prefer to experience something very, very different than what you used in here, then go during the winter, because you experience snow and you can try ice skating, you can try skiing, you can try, cross-country skiing. There's loads of like winter activities. You can build snowmen, you can do snowball wars, and it might be interesting for you. If you prefer weather more like here in Thailand, come our winter, which is sometimes as hot as in here, but for us it's just 1 or 2 months, and all other months are like much colder than here in Thailand. Our springs are very nice because it's like everything is green, the nature is waking up from the winter sleep and so on. Our autumns are also nice because the weather is kind of not always nice. It's kind of rainy, but the trees are colorful. There are the red leaves, there are yellow leaves. So I would say that all the seasons have something interesting for you to experience. So, I would say the best option would be to spend the whole year in the Czech Republic.
Sure. Thank you very
Or yeah, Carolina wants to.
Yeah, but if you will come just for a short period of time, personally, I can recommend like winter time because Prague has one of the best Christmas markets. It's really high rated in Europe, one of the best ones. So if you would choose, I personally would recommend like around Christmas time and yeah, winter time, definitely from me.
But bring very warm clothes, okay? Much warmer than what you are used to from here.
What skill that we have to prepare? Skill.
Well, actually, I don't think about any like particular skills you need to survive in the Czech Republic. You probably should be prepared that Czech people are a little bit more shy, and it's a little bit more difficult to make friends in the Czech Republic than here. Because in here, everybody is so nice and everybody is so forthcoming and helpful. It's not the case in the Czech Republic or in whole Europe. So you have to be patient with our people who are who are often very nice as well, but they need some time and they need the relationship needs to be built a little bit longer than in here. So there might be one difference. And as I said, if you come in winter, bring warm clothes because it's really, really cold. And otherwise, I think you don't need anything, particular to prepare.
Thank you very much รีแคปให้นิดนึงเนาะสำหรับคนที่อยากไปนะคะก็ไปได้ทุกซีซั่นเนาะแต่ว่าอย่างคาโรไลนาบอกว่าวินเทอร์ก็ดีก็คือเขาจะมีคริสต์มาสมาร์เก็ตเหมือนงานวัดบ้านเราเนาะแต่ว่าจะอลังการมากนะคะก็จะไปช่วงมันก็จะมีตั้งแต่โนเวมเบอร์เนาะก็คือจะถึงต้นของ December นะคะแล้วข้อที่2สกิลเนาะหลักๆก็ไม่มีอะไรสเปเชียลนะหลักๆถ้าจะแนะนำก็คือภาษาอังกฤษและใจที่พร้อมของเราเนาะเขาจะต่างนิดนึงนะคะเขาก็อาจจะดูแบบไม่ยิ้มเหมือนเราเนาะดูเนาะแต่ว่าเขาที่จริงเขาขี้อายนะคะอย่าไปแบบรัวมากเนาะถ้าเราใช้ความเป็นไทยยิ้มสยามไปรับรองรอดนะคะเตรียมใจและภาษาอังกฤษให้ดีค่ะต่อไปค่ะไม่มีมีใครมีข้างล่างมีคำถามใครเอ่ยฉันค่ะขอบคุณค่ะมีคำถามเหรอ
What is the best local beer?
The best local beer. Yeah. Any favorite or recommendation from you?
Well, actually, I may surprise you because I'm coming from the eastern part of the Czech Republic where we drink mostly wine. So I do not drink beer, okay? But from what I heard,
Beer first and then we move to wine.
So the most famous beer is Pilsner Urquell. It's very, very old beer and very famous beer all around the world. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it in Thailand, which I do not understand why. You can buy it in Cambodia, you can buy it in other countries, but you cannot buy it in Thailand. Pilsner, Urquell, Pilsner. So Pilsen is where the beer originally comes from. It was invented there, and it's a very traditional beer. But we have like hundreds and hundreds of breweries all around the country. So there are really so many brands of beer. From my own city in Brno, there is a beer called Staro Brno, which means old Brno. Some people like it, but I don't have any personal experience. And as far as wine is concerned, I prefer red wine, a bit sweeter, but it's a matter of personal preference. Everybody prefers something else, and unfortunately, here in Thailand, the wine is really expensive. Okay, so it's probably coming from the import taxes that Thailand collects on every import of this kind of goods. But the good thing is that the EU is negotiating the free trade agreement with Thailand right now, and the intention is for it to be concluded next year. So once the free trade agreement is in place, all import taxes will be lifted, including wine. So you finally will have. I'm not sure how appropriate it is to talk about alcohol in.
It's okay. They're over 18. These are over 18.
Okay.
They're very.
So my hope, I won't be here anymore when the FTA comes to into force, but I believe that this will help a lot, both for beer and for wine here. Maybe Carolina wants to add something.
Well, for me personally, I don't really drink beer, but if I can recommend something, then if you will be visiting Czech Republic, to visit like a smaller beer factory that they are making the beer there, and they will also give you like a nice tour. Sometimes it's like connected with the local restaurant, so it will be like a whole nice experience, and you can also try a lot of different beers that the factory is making. So I think that's really nice when visiting Czech Republic, and I think it's almost like a must do to like in Czech Republic. Yeah, so that's my recommendation. And
Right.
wine, well, I can tell you a lot about wine. Unfortunately, I don't really drink alcohol, so yeah.
So ก็คือสรุปว่าเบียร์พิลสเนอร์ก็คือมันเกิดจากที่นี่which city the original the first factory for brewery for Pilsner beer the city near Prague up there.
Yeah, it's Pilsen. It's if we go back to the map of the Czech Republic, I can show you where it is. It's not far from Prague. It's like 1 hour drive from Prague. You can take a train there. You can take bus. Yeah. So this over here, there's Pilsen. Okay. Yeah, and it's a beer city, and there's a museum of beer. There's a big brewery in Pilsen. There are more breweries around the region as well, but the Pilsen is the most famous Pilsner. Okay.
So มีคำถามอีกไหมก็คือเขาบอกว่าจริงๆส่วนใหญ่ก็คือทางขวามือเนี่ยเป็นเมืองแห่งไวน์คือประเทศเรารู้สึกว่าไวน์ราคาแพงใช่ปะไปที่นู่นก็ประมาณ 200-300 บาทแต่เวลาอิมพอร์ตเข้ามาประเทศเราคูณ200-300 เท่าเขาก็เลยถามว่าแล้วคุยเรื่องเบียร์กับไวน์กับเยาวชนได้ไหมหรอทุกคนใครน้อยกว่า18บ้างไหมคะมีไหมI asked them they're less than 18 or not they're over recheck again okay and also we have another question from me
Okay, I have a question. You said you love Thai food a lot. What is your favorite Thai food? So maybe when you come back again, so we can have a Thai food, your favorite Thai food for serve for you. So make sure you're gonna come back to RMUTT again.
It might surprise you, but my favorite Thai food is mango sticky rice. Okay.
We have a lot in here.
Yeah. I didn't know it existed before I came here. And once I came here, someone told me, "Oh, you have to try that. It's amazing." And since I tried this, it's my favorite Thai food. I love Thai kitchen as a whole. I love a lot of dishes and foods and stuff in Thai kitchen. But mango sticky rice is the best for me. I like sweet things. I have a sweet tooth, so this is my favorite. And actually, it's not possible to buy it in the Czech Republic. Maybe now it is. There are just a few Thai restaurants, but when they make it, like you need a special like sticky rice. You need ripe mango, and we don't have that. We have to import. We do not produce mangoes in the Czech Republic, and when we import it, it's not fresh. Okay, so I will never be able to have real mango sticky rice in the Czech Republic. So I will have always to come back to Thailand to eat it.
Thank you, especially for RMUTT, right? Thank you. Hello, my name is Kanokpon, or you can call me Noni. I'm from Faculty of Business Administration. My first question, I think it was the same with the director. That is what I would like to ask you. What is your favorite food? But you already said your sticky rice. So my second question is how we can start to contact the university for student mobility. Of course, we've got collaboration with TUL. We've got student mobility with them, but other faculty, what is our opportunity to start contacting the university?
So you're very lucky because our embassy is here in Thailand. So you can write to me personally or to the embassy in general. My email is in the presentation, so you can use it. But I'm leaving next year. So the embassy email is on the embassy website. You can always contact the embassy and ask, we are interested in cooperation with this university. Can you send us contacts? Or we are interested in cooperation in this field. Can you recommend us which university would be the best to contact? And we would help you to find the right people, right contacts. We can send you the contacts and you can address the right people. So it's very easy. It's not hard.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning. So, what if the student want to get the Erasmus scholarship? What should we do? Or they have to be the contact between university first?
So the Erasmus program, maybe Carolina will have more experience. But my impression is that Erasmus program is handled by the EU. So there's a website for Erasmus program, and there are the conditions and whatever the students need to fulfill or to send or whatever, and they can apply according to the information from the website. It's the EU level program, so it doesn't have anything in common with the Czech Republic as our government. Maybe one important information is that unlike other European countries, that studying in the Czech Republic is firstly, if you study in English, it's not very expensive as in the western part of Europe. Like if you go to the UK, if you go to France or Germany or even the US, it's much more expensive. So you would pay much less if you go to study in the Czech Republic or countries like Hungary or Poland or in the Central Europe. Also, some students take like a year year-long lessons in Czech. The Czech language is really not easy to learn, but it's possible to learn. And then if you study in Czech, it's free. It's free for everybody. Students from all around the world, if they study in Czech, they study for free. Medicine, engineering, whatever they like to study, it's for free for them, provided they pass the entrance test. And I wanted to say the third thing, but I forgot it. So maybe Carolina will tell us more about Erasmus.
Well, yes, as Michael said, the Erasmus Plus program is under the European Union, which means that the school needs to collaborate with them, and then the students can get into the program through the schools. So actually the schools are handling it, and then you need to apply, but you apply like at your school. So yeah, that's how it works at my university. And then also I can say that in my university, it's the scholarships for international students. It's really not that expensive. We have like special programs for them. Just for the international students, we have a lot of students from Philippines and also Indonesia. So I think that's really nice that it's less expensive than other European countries, definitely.
And there are also, as Carolina rightly mentioned, there are scholarships provided by individual universities. I was recently talking to people from our biggest university, which is Charles University in Prague, and they told me they provide scholarships for well-performing students. So if the score of the students, both in, I'm not sure if in the previous study, but from the entrance exam are really good, they can provide some reductions in the fees, like 50% or maybe more. So we have to do a little bit of investigation and look up the opportunities on the websites.
Okay, may I have another question? So, if the tourists they plan to visit Czech, since the Czech is very close to other country, for example, in Hungary, in Poland, Austria, or the German, do we need to apply the Schengen visa, or we can just use the Czech Republic visa and then go to other country that close by?
Okay, this is a very important question. Thanks for asking it. So firstly, Europe is really small, like if you look at the territory. So it's and it's very well connected. So it's very easy to travel from one country to another one. And in the so-called Schengen area, which is basically EU plus some other countries like Switzerland and Norway, there are no borders. There are no internal borders. So if you drive, if you take a car, or if you take a train, you just pass the borders without any controls. Okay, so it's very easy to travel. And regarding the visa, there's no Czech visa, there's no German visa, there's just the Schengen visa. And you apply for the Schengen visa at the country, either of your entrance or the longest stay country. So if you come to the Czech Republic, primarily, and you enter the Schengen area, because unfortunately, there's no direct flight yet between Bangkok and Prague. So you probably go first to Vienna and then take a flight to Prague or take a train to the Czech Republic. Still, if most of the time you spend in Europe is in the Czech Republic, you apply at our embassy. Okay. So if you look it up at our embassy website, there's the whole instructions of what to do to obtain Schengen visa. So the Schengen visa is necessary. There's no national visa for Schengen country. And the good thing is that the Schengen visa entitles you to visit all other Schengen countries. So if you go to the Czech Republic, you apply for the Czech Schengen visa, but with this visa, you can visit all other Schengen countries. So you can make a trip to Austria, to Germany, to France, to Spain, to Greece. Whenever you go around the Schengen area, one visa is good. So it's very easy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me stand so everyone can see me. I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Gunsiri Urakun from the Faculty of Liberal Arts. We're in charge of teaching them all English, and also you spoke about cultures. So here's my question. It might be delicate, but apply to all the students and also teachers. As you work in many countries around the world, which one is more important in your opinion? I mean, both of you, between experiences and seniority? Because in Thailand, there are still like some sort of seniority system that combines with the experience. But I can see that some of the students are very well talented. What if they go to Europe, or let's say go to Czech or take internship abroad? Which one do you think is more important? Thank you.
Thank you. So I would say, like everywhere, both of these aspects are important. But it seems to me that a little bit more in Europe, we prefer experience. Okay. So in Thailand, the society is very hierarchical, and in Thailand, people prefer more seniority. But it seems to me, obviously, in our culture, in the Western culture, the seniority is also important, because as on itself, it brings experience. If someone is older, has probably more experience. But I think it will be also good for Thailand to put more stress on the experience and abilities. And if someone is really smart and really able to do stuff, so I think there should be more focus on this. And I think in Europe it's a little bit more advanced in this. So if we have like, well, if I'm director at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I have to choose from 2 people to get into my section, I will always choose the one who is not more senior, but who's more experienced, who has more, traits, and who has more, abilities that I need for the work. And it seems to me it works the same in the private sector, in companies. And I'm not sure if Thailand is probably more focused on seniority. And I think that's actually, it should be kind of balanced, but I don't think the balance is right in Thailand at this point. Maybe Carolina has something more to say.
Well, okay, let me think about it. Yeah, I think I agree with Michael that in Europe, like, we put a lot of weight on the experience. And also from my point of view as a young person, the companies, also the private sector, they are seeking experience and actually your abilities. So I think that's more important.
Maybe I would add it's kind of turning the other way around sometimes in Europe, when companies are more focused or more interested in younger people, because they for younger people there's a perspective of working for the company longer than if than the older people, which kind of hurts the older people on the work market. So that's why I say there needs to be a right balance between these two, because as I said, if someone is more senior, is very likely to have more experience as well.
Thank you so much.
So one more question from me. I'm Mr. Kanapot Thongnuan from Faculty of Liberal Arts. So my question will be the concern for everyone as well who is interested in exchange student there. So what about the health issues? Like if they get the health issues, how will the school or the scholar support them in terms of the medical service there?
Yeah, so maybe it's a question more for Carolina than for me. In our country, in general, the health insurance is universal. So everybody has health insurance, and for students, it's paid by the state, but by the state, and for like people who work, part of their salary automatically goes to the health insurance, without is handled by the employer. So we don't need to take care about health insurance. But for students, maybe Carolina has more experience.
Like, you mean in the Czech Republic, or
In the Czech Republic.
for me it's hard to say, because for me the insurance is like, I am still a student, so the state is paying for that because I am enrolled at school, so I don't have to deal with that. But when I was coming to Finland, I needed to do like a travel insurance, but it was handled through my school. So I just, yeah. And then if I had any problems, it's covered with school. But at home, I'm sorry, I can't really answer the question because it's handled for me by the state. So.
And also, I think within the European Union, the system, there's a system of recognizing like national health insurance. So I think Carolina actually didn't need travel insurance or health insurance when coming to Finland, because, okay, maybe it will be easier, but our health insurance is recognized all around the EU. So, for example, if I go to the vacations in Italy or Greece, my national health insurance is recognized there, and there's like this European health insurance card, which we can use anywhere in the EU for like basic treatment. It shouldn't be like a big operation that's not urgent. But if you get injured or if you get sick suddenly, it should. So for Thai students in the Czech Republic, My guess is that the university will give you some instructions, but in general, it will be necessary to buy some health insurance valid in Europe.
Okay, thank you.
Going to exchange in Czech Republic, what is transportation? Bus, or they have to go get the international driver license or train, which normally people Czech or exchange student will use when they stay in Czech.
Yeah. So Czech Republic, I think it's one of the countries with the highest density of railroads in the whole world. Okay. So basically, we have extensive network of railroads that connects even like small villages. So you can travel by train, you can travel by buses. Buses are like broadly available. You can travel almost everywhere by bus, because it's not like in America. In America, you need a car to survive in most of the places. Not in big cities like New York, but if you live elsewhere, even bigger cities in the West, and I experienced it myself, you cannot live without a car. You need a car to get groceries, to go whenever you want. But in Europe, it's not like that. You can use public transport. So in city like Prague or Brno or Liberec, in other cities, there's a very good public transportation system, both like within the city and connecting all the cities. So I would say trains, buses, very very available. You can take them almost everywhere. And while for driving cars, probably need an international driving license for that, which you can obtain here.
โอเคค่ะinformative information ใช่ไหมคะครบทั้งเรื่องวีซ่านะคะ insurance ต่างๆเนาะแล้วก็ transportation นะคะ but I think we have one more question from our student isn't it
How to say nice to meet you in Czech?
It's a special question for Carolina. How to say nice to meet you in like Czech?
In Czech, it's těší mě, and it's something like my pleasure. Okay. Těší mě.
Těší mě.
Těší mě. It means my pleasure, but you use it in this context. So I can teach you more sentences. So dobrý den is good day, and it's used like savadí kráp all around the day. For thank you, you would say děkuji. And for please, you would say prosím. But it's really like if you go there just for a short time or even for a year, it's impossible to learn Czech, because Czech is really, really difficult. When I came to Thailand, I was trying to learn Thai, and I just bump into tones, and I don't hear the tones. So for the word like ma, for me, it's the same if you say dog, if you say horse, if you say, other meanings. For me, it sounds the same, and I cannot distinguish it. So I eventually gave up. So it's we do not have tones in our language, but we have very, very difficult grammar. And it's like really difficult. I don't know why is that. For example, we have genders for all things. Like if you say armchair, it is a gender. If you say like bag, it has a chair. If you say it has a gender. Shoe has a gender. Everything has a gender. And then you use the gender for the grammar, and then there's the declinations and all sorts of things. So learning Czech is really, really difficult. But I just managed to learn a couple of Thai sentences like Sadi krab, Kopfun krab, Kun Sabaidimai, and so on. But you probably end up with the same in the Czech Republic, just learning a couple of sentences and that's it. And it's a very good when you meet new people and you use this, it kind of a little bit opens them and they a little bit more nicer to you then.
Yeah, if I can add something to that, that's definitely important to learn just like the basic phrases, because if you do visit Czech Republic, then the people will be very pleased if you will try to talk to them in Czech. Yeah, it's very appreciated appreciated in Czech Republic. So yeah.
Maybe I like not talk completely, but just open it with one phrase like "Dobrý den," "Good day," or something like that, and they start to smile more and be more forthcoming than they would be if you don't say anything.
Thank you.
Do we have more questions? We can go over time if it's possible. Technically, we're not in a hurry, so if there are more questions, please ask.
If the students are interested in joining, like doing internship, what are the requirements do they need to provide for?
Internship? What kind of internship?
Yes, like an internship in Czech Republic.
But internship at what? At the university or
Like
where?
to work there, like
To work in
Yeah.
the Czech Republic. So there's a special work visa that that is given by our embassy. It's just handled by the embassy, but it's decided in Prague. So I would love to have all of you in the Czech Republic, but it's not my decision. Okay, it's the decision of people in Prague. So we just take the applications for week visa, send it to Prague, and then there's like 1 or 2 months to process it. Unfortunately, we have some quotas, and the quota is it's not my area of responsibility, so I don't know exactly, but it's written on our website. So the quota is maybe like, I don't know, 60 people per 3 months, and there's a lottery. Okay, every 3 months there's a lottery, so people come, they put in applications, and it's like always like, I don't know, 600 people coming, and only 60 get the work permits, which is unfortunate. And we've been trying together with the Thai embassy in Prague to increase this number. Maybe the number will increase next year, but it's hard to say. Most of the people who wants to from Thailand who want to work in the Czech Republic are masseuses for Thai massage salons. It's very, very popular. It's growing in popularity in the Czech Republic. Thai massages. It's something like special. It's even protected by UNESCO. And so many special women like masseuses from the from Thailand want to travel to the Czech Republic to work in the salon. So this is the majority of people who apply for the work permits there. But what's another good thing, and I now remember that's the thing I forgot. If you study in the Czech Republic, you automatically get work permit, so you can offset some of your spending by earning some money if you work during evenings and weekends also on. So.
Okay, and for like being an exchange student, so they have like requirements, any requirements for them, like English score test or
Well,
anything?
the requirements differ from the university so if you go as a exchange student to a university, they have their own requirement. The Czech Republic doesn't have any requirement, so we just want to see that you are accepted at the university, and that's it, and then you get a visa. So there's no special requirements from the Czech state.
It's not related to the student, and also because I work with the industry in Thailand a lot. There are any trading expo in Czech annually or not?
Training of what?
Trading. It's like exhibition for a company that in the same hall and then exhibit. It's like food or travel, jewelry.
Like trade fairs. There's a lot of them actually. In Brno, in my hometown, there's a big area for expos, and there's like every year there's something. So it's certainly, so for example, textile industry, there's a big tradition especially in the north of the Czech Republic around Liberec. We have a lot of technical universities and the companies dealing with technical stuff. So there's a lot of trade fairs and these expos. There's, from my area of responsibility, we have defense expo every 2 years, just as in Thailand there's a defense security expo every 2 years, and we have our own one again in Brno. So whatever field you are interested in, there's probably some expo going on sometimes.
Maybe
in the
I'll
Czech Republic.
text email you and then ask the list of the
It's
the-
easily,
the
you know,
trade fair.
if you just
Field.
Google it, and then
Okay, yeah, thank
there's a
you.
lot of these
Yeah,
events
cool.
going on.
Okay.
Amazing.
In RMUTT, we support our students to have experience abroad, and also Czech Republic is one of our mission that we would like to send our students for internship. We support every student for around 50,000 baht, around 50,000 Czech kron. It is enough for the cost of living for 3 months or 4 months in Czech Republic.
So 15,000 Czech crowns is something like 22,000 Thai baht or something like that. It's 15 or 50?
50, 50.
Oh, 50,000 per month?
3 months.
For 3 months. Yeah, I think it's enough. 50,000 Thai baht is like 30,000 Czech crowns. And for 3 months, well, if they live in a dormitory, a university dormitory, if they have no big spendings, I think it's enough. But maybe Carolina has something to say.
Yeah, I think for 3 months it's enough because you can get like a student's dorm, which can be around like 7,000 baht a month or 8,000, which I think that 50,000 it will be enough with all of the expenses. Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is a very good chance to student. นักศึกษาที่มานี่น่าจะมีเรียกว่าอะไรนะมีอยากที่จะได้มีประสบการณ์เนาะนะครับเพราะว่ามหาวิทยาลัยให้การสนับสนุนพวกเราเนี่ยนะครับถ้าหากว่าไปสากิจศึกษาต่างประเทศก็4 เดือนหรืออาจจะ3 เดือนก็ได้นี่เดี๋ยวมา arrange เวลากันอีกทีหนึ่งเพราะว่าไปต่างประเทศ4 เดือนเนี่ยมันอาจจะค่อนข้างลำบากสำหรับผู้ที่รับเรานะครับส่วนใหญ่ระยะเวลาที่พอเหมาะเนี่ยอาจจะเป็น2 เดือนหรือ3 เดือน แต่ว่าเราก็มาจัดการให้ได้ซึ่งครูจะสนับสนุนพวกเราทุกคนคนละ 50,000 บาทนะครับมีเงินให้คนละ 50,000 บาททุกคนละเพียงแต่พวกเราจะไปหรือไม่ไปเท่านั้นเองคิดว่าประสบการณ์ที่ดีเนาะเราก็น่าจะไปอาจารย์เนี่ยก็ให้การสนับสนุนมากมายเลยนะครับเช็คเองเนี่ยเรามี MOU กันมาตั้งแต่ปีเท่าไหร่2000เท่าไหร่นะ2012หรือ2013มันหลายปีละนะครับเรามี MOU มีความร่วมมือกันแล้วเราก็ส่งอาจารย์อ้อไปเรียนนะครับจนจบปริญญาเอกกลับมานะครับก็ถือเป็นประสบการณ์ที่ดีเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยพวกเราน่าจะรับประสบการณ์นี้ด้วยกันนะครับตัวครูเองเนี่ยครูก็ไปเช็คเนี่ยไปที่แต่ส่วนใหญ่ก็จะไปที่ลิเบเล็กเนี่ยก็ประมาณหลายครั้งแล้วมากเกือบ10 ครั้งแล้วนะครับก็ถือว่าเป็นสถานที่ที่ดีที่น่าจะได้รับประสบการณ์ I would like to ask another question because we have the internship program for our students when they become the last year they have to spend 4 semesters or 3 semesters especially abroad. And mostly we send the student to the university, but I would like to send our student to the company. If it's possible, if we would like to ask for some introduction or some contact to the company in Czech Republic for our students to have experience on, and if there are any requirements besides or different from to have internship in the university.
So firstly, it's very good that you basically force students to go abroad because it's still not the case in the Czech Republic. I think we should have it as well because every student should have this experience. As far as the internships in companies are concerned, it obviously depends on each company. I can imagine there are lots of companies who would welcome students for gaining experience and so on, but it's like the companies are private ones, so our government cannot order you will have to take these take students for. So I think the Technical University of Liberec can help you with this, and they obviously they're in touch with companies in their region So they can recommend you some companies who would be willing to do this, or they can even negotiate with the companies for you. But it really depends on each and every company. So it depends.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe let me add to the previous question. Sorry, Nari. The living costs in the Czech Republic are much lower than what you can experience in the US or the UK or other Western European countries. So it's really so the price level is maybe a little bit higher than in Thailand in general, but there are things that are cheaper. For example, we have a lot of cheese and dairy products that are much cheaper in the Czech Republic, like yogurts and all sorts of things with this, because it's kind of considered to be like a basic nourisher in the Czech Republic. In here it's rice. We have much more expensive rice than you experience here, but we have cheaper other things. So you will have an opportunity to taste, a different kind of kitchen, a different kind of food products. And if you like cheese, it's like way more cheaper than here. I was actually surprised how expensive the cheese here is, but it makes sense because it's all imported, almost all imported. So it's another big advantage for the Czech Republic, the not so high cost of living.
And I also think that with what I struggled in Finland, because Finland is much more expensive than Czech Republic, right? Was public transport. It was a big issue for me, like from the financial side. But in Czech Republic, as we mentioned before, the public transport infrastructure is great. So it's even for people who don't have the discount, the senior discount or student discount, it's still very cheap. And when you are abroad, you travel a lot. You use the public transport a lot. So I think that's a big advantage of Czech Republic, that we have like the cheap public transport. It's a big factor in expenses, in monthly expenses. So yeah.
And especially for students, when you study in the Czech Republic, you get a student card, and it entitles you to get a lot of discounts everywhere, including public transport. So it's very, very, very forthcoming for the students.
Yeah, when you get the student card, you have discounts almost everywhere. It's for food, it's for traveling, it's for a lot of things. So I think that's really great in Czech Republic and our system.
Okay, so I would like to thank you, Michael and Carolina, for like today Q&A session on your presentation. ขอบคุณนะตบมือให้อีกรอบนึงค่ะค่ะก็เนาะได้ข้อมูลเนาะวิกีท่านธิการก็เสริมว่าเราเนี่ยมีทุนให้ด้วยใช่ไหมคะคนละ 50,000 เนาะแล้วก็วิกีพวกเรื่อง living cost ในตัวของเช็คนะก็ไม่ได้แพงเหมือนประเทศยุโรปทั่วไป good value with the best quality นะคะSo for today, I would like to bring over you to the end of session. I would like to invite our president, Dr. Somai Piusat, to give a closing speech.
So thank you so much for Michael and Carolina that today you give the to make our motivation to our students to study abroad and to see the future of their future, and to make collaboration deeply between our two countries. So today is very great time for us, and we would like to invite you to visit RMUTT again and again. And thank you for all of staff and students today to attend our meeting today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Let me also thank you for being here, for having this discussion with us. We are at the embassy are always available to come. Not only me, but also my colleagues who deal with different areas like consular issues or economic issues, business issues. We are here for you. So whenever you want to organize anything like that, we will be very pleased to come. And so I certainly hope that this was not the last event with our embassy. I will be here more often, and thank you very much again for organizing this.
And I would also like to thank you for listening to us. And my last words will be, if you have the opportunity to go abroad, do it, because it's a lifetime experience, definitely. So go.
And please do not be afraid. If you have any more questions, if you have anything to tell, write to my email. I'm always available. I'm always ready to answer your questions, and whatever you want from the embassy, we are here for you. Please write me.
Thank you.
And sorry, you can distribute my presentation around or make it available on the website.
Yes,
no
sure,
problem.
sure. No.